What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction video, we have a brand new live performance from Feuerschwanz. Well, technically it's not brand new, but it was just released to YouTube. This performance was actually from a live stream that the band did earlier this year. And just recently, on August 6th, the band released that live stream as a live album with a live DVD. So if there's anybody that caught the live stream and they want to relive it, or any fans of the band that missed it and want to check it out, it's available now. And I'll put links below in the description where you could check that out if you would like to. Now, this is actually a cover of an Ed Sheeran song that was famously used in one of the Hobbit movies. And normally when I do reactions to covers, I like to do reactions to the originals first, just so I can see where it came from. But this time it's not really necessary, man, because truth be told, I actually really like Ed Sheeran, and I've heard this song quite a few times. And it also features a guest appearance on vocals by Angus McFife of Gloryhammer. So I'm already pretty convinced this is going to be pretty fun, man, and it's probably going to be pretty cool. So let's just jump right into it. As always, I will link this original video in the description below. And today, I'm once again going to be listening to Feuerschwanz, and for the first time, hearing their cover of Ed Sheeran's I See Fire. Let's go!
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls. Enter the sky be filled with fire and smoke. Keep watching over during sun.
Oh, that was a cool camera shot. So right off the bat, I thought that intro is awesome with everybody just doing the vocals in the background. I like the pyro effects that they're using as well. And for a lot of you that watch this channel, you know that I've talked about how I was a pyrotechnician in the past. Now, most of the stuff that I dealt with was liquid and gas-based flames. I never did a lot of other special effects on stage. So I don't know exactly what they're using with the fire dancers in the background. If I had to guess, I'd say the tips of what they're holding are coated in some kind of gel. I don't think it would be liquid because that would probably burn out and evaporate too fast. But I'm not sure. I'll try and look into something like that and find out. But once again, I love this stage setup, man. And I'll break it down more and talk about it later because there's a lot of stuff going on and I want to get a few more looks, but this is already awesome, man. I love when bands, especially bands that sound like this, make their own renditions of other songs that I'm familiar with because it's cool. It gives me another viewpoint on it and I really like it. So let's continue.
I think we should die tonight, that we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the last time. Going out of the room, prepare as we will. Watch the flames burn on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky.
This is perfect. One, I really, really like Ben Metzger's voice a ton, man. And I love a lot of the songs that he sings on. And I feel like Angus is the perfect person to have on this. The only person that I think might make more sense is maybe Hansi from Blind Guardian, just considering a lot of their stuff is Lord of the Rings based and stuff. But I don't know if I can imagine him doing it. So in that chorus, we did see those bursts of flames, and that is gas-based flame units. That's propane. And I've talked about the difference between liquid and propane, and you can usually tell what it is just based on the flame itself and how it looks. Usually gas-based stuff is more billowy and flowy, like especially when it's going off, you can kind of see it go up a little more. The liquid-based stuff is usually really tight and narrow in its quick bursts. And then the stuff that they have on the downstage edge of the stage, like the little pots that are burning, I would be willing to guess that they probably have hoses running to that as well with gas just to keep it lit. I can't imagine that it would be something just burning like the whole set, like one of those like everlasting logs or something you put in there. But for something like this, I wouldn't be surprised because there's no crowd here. It's a live stream with no audience because of the pandemic. And whenever you have audiences, you have a lot of fire marshal codes that you have to stick to, especially with pyrotechnics and stuff. So right away, at least what I'm seeing, it's all of the same gear that I've seen in a lot of their videos. And I'll kind of break this in half just because I don't want to sit here too long. But we see one of their members playing the Irish bouzouki that usually Ben is playing. And then again, we've got the fiddle, which is there all the time. And the reason I say fiddle and not violin in this situation is because it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, you can make modifications based on the instrument, but the overall body and style of a fiddle and a violin, it's the same thing. The name just changes depending on what kind of music it is. Usually with music like this, folk and stuff like that, it's considered a fiddle, not a violin. And then their drummer, who actually just recently left the band, is an exclusive artist of Tama drums and Meinl cymbals. And Tama is a Japanese company, Meinl's a German company, but there is a connection there. Meinl has a distribution end of their company in Germany where they import and distribute other brands around Europe. And Tama is one of those brands. So it doesn't surprise me to ever see those two together. But let's keep going and we'll talk more gear later.
Surely I'll do the same. Confined in mountain halls, we got too close to the flame. Going out by the road, hold fast as we will. Watch the flames burn on and on. And outside, desolation comes upon the sky. Though I see fire.
One of the things I really got to applaud this band and the entire production team for in this is that this is from their live stream. This is one of the best live stream performances I've seen over this whole pandemic era from all the live streams I've seen. The camera working is fantastic. The stage setup is incredible and it sounds awesome. It was probably mixed sound-wise in post-production to make it sound as good as it does now, but it's pretty damn impressive. And speaking of their stage design, what I didn't notice the first time I saw one of these videos was that it actually looks like a lot of their stuff is set carts. So they're actually big pieces that can roll on and off stage as one piece. And usually when sets like this are being built by production companies for bands, they're keeping in mind how it's going to have to go on and off stage when you're playing with other bands. So if they're doing a festival and they need to get on and off stage quickly, stuff like that. A lot of the tours I've been on, we just switched to set carts for everything, because a lot of these carts are pretty deep. You can put all of your amps and your electronics and everything you're using on them. You can store your lighting rigs in them, and they're pretty simple to just like take down and roll off stage once you're done. So it's a really cool set design, man. I really, really like it. So guitar-wise, Hans is using the same Framus guitar that we've seen in a couple other videos. It's a Diablo Progressive X, and the whole thing is fully custom for him. He had a hand in all the designing on it. I believe he's using bare knuckle pickups in it, although I can't remember which kind of bare knuckle pickups he's using. I'll have to look into that. And then their bass player is using the same Warwick thumb that we've seen him use in other stuff. And again, it's a custom shop. It's fully exclusive. You can also see on the necks of the guitars that they have like their custom logos on it and stuff like that. One of a kind instruments, honestly. If they were made for them, I highly doubt they've ever made those exact guitars for anybody else. And at one part, I saw Ben whip out a whistle, which was pretty awesome too, man. I love bands like this so much because everybody's so versatile, man. I guarantee you probably everybody in this band could probably play everything else that everybody else in their band is playing too, and I love that. So let's finish this off, man. God, their tones on their instruments are so good.
Danke, Angus McFife von Gloryhammer. Hoots.
Force. Dude, I love when I get to sit down and do reactions to this, to songs that are just, I mean, it's really just beautiful. Nothing that I need to sit here and just headbang my ass off to or anything. I can just take it in and enjoy it, man. That was great. Let's go talk more about it. I know I just said it, but I'll say it again, man. I love songs like this from bands like this where you don't necessarily need to like headbang or exert too much energy. I mean, just sit there and enjoy it, absorb it, take in the moment, man. I mean, that was a beautiful rendition of a song, man. I thought it was great. They put their own spin on it. It's the sound you expect from this band, but it does absolute justice to the original as well. And I mean, how often do you expect a band like this to cover Ed Sheeran, you know? But the song makes sense, especially because it was used in The Hobbit. But I loved it, man. And as I said in the video, I love their production, and the tones of their instruments are phenomenal. I mean, especially standoutish to me. Hans's guitar tone is always perfect, man. It's so good. It's not too over the top. It has kind of a classic feel to it, man. This band just all around is great, man, and I still can't wait to just keep doing more reactions to these guys because I've loved everything so far. They're fantastic musicians, and they're having a great time, and I love to see that. I love when these bands don't take themselves way too seriously, man. And again, the live version of this is out on DVD now, so if anybody would like to check that out, again, links will be in the description. I'm probably going to go grab it too because I didn't get to catch the live stream, and I want to see this whole thing, man, so thank you guys once again for watching. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free, and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this reaction video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as that also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to dislike it if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server, I have a Twitch that I stream on, and if you guys are interested in any of that stuff, I'll have links below in the description. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.